Thank you very much. My name is Taha Kalaycı. I work as a research assistant in Cukurova University, Adana, and I am about to finish my PhD thesis in Middle East Technical University, Ankara. So I will also talk about NATO. One of the strategies that Professor Bernardino mentioned, it is critical infrastructure and AI. So AI, a popular subject these days, and indeed AI has introduced new dimensions of hybrid warfare that directly affects the critical infrastructure of NATO countries. Now, malicious programs and unregulated AI can be weaponized in a ways that blur the lines between physical and digital domains. It is actually, I'm also new to this research area. I study Russian international propaganda, but during my research, I noticed that Russians also used deepfake videos to disrupt the social resiliency in Ukraine by using Volodymyr Zelensky's AI-generated videos. So that's why I started my research on this area. So let's start quickly by defining what critical infrastructure is. We can define, there's no universal definition, but we can define them simply systems and physical and digital systems and networks whose incapacitation would significantly disrupt a nation's functioning. So according to NATO, there's a NATO definition, the infrastructure assets, facility systems, and information networks that support the military, economic, political, and social life of a nation, a NATO nation or partner nation, are considered critical infrastructures. To give examples, name it, telecommunication networks, power grids, nuclear power plants, e-government systems, health databases, you name it. So quickly, I will explain the categorization of NATO on critical infrastructure. There are three types. First one is critical national infrastructure. So I made a huge mistake. I forgot to start my PowerPoint presentation. I am seeing this, but you are not seeing this, so I am so sorry. I have to.
You can share.
Yeah, could you open the PowerPoint slide? So I already talked about the first slide, so I was in the second slide. So critical national infrastructure. These are assets, facilities required by a nation's normal functioning, such as e-government system or health networks. And second, mission vital infrastructure. These are critical for NATO's operational needs, like the military oil pipelines. And third, the key infrastructure. It is a combination of first two. So the incapacitation of key infrastructure would significantly affect the functioning of both missions and operations, and also the functioning of a country. So while our critical infrastructures are critical, the political target, because they are, I already mentioned the importance of the critical infrastructure, but they are also the symbols of a state authority. Let me clarify this. Targeting the critical infrastructure can undermine the public cohesion and disrupt the moral foundations of a nation. So there are three types threats against critical infrastructure. First one, physical threats. I don't go details on this. Second one is cyber threats. as in the 2021 in United States, the one of the biggest oil pipeline network was conducted by Colonial Pipeline, and there was a ransomware attack, a cyber attack. They, I think, around $5 million demanded, and at the end of the day, Colonial Pipeline had to give $5 million to the hackers, because they completely paralyzed the oil system in the east of United States. So third one is natural threats like earthquakes, hurricanes, and fire. So you can see in the slide that the Fukushima after the earthquake, you all know about this. So what is the NATO's strategy on this? So in 2022, NATO adopted a 360-degree approach. It was the project of the former Secretary Stoltenberg, and in 2021 in Brussels, they started an initiative, Diana Defense Innovation Accelerator for the North Atlantic. It aims to increase the cooperation between private sector and the universities among the universities in the member states. So also in the they released an AI strategy in 2021, but it mostly about adopting AI, not it's not about taking measures against the AI threats. So AI-based threats, they start the nexus because they somehow connects the physical threats and cyber threats, because you can weaponize them, you can use them on drones, you can use large language models to reach how-to manuals. I will come to large language models in detail, but they are text generators that mimic human language, like ChatGPT or Google's Gemini or Twitter Grok or DeepSeek of China. So they can also break into computer systems and cause real-world damages, like shutting down water supplies. So they mix the cyber and real-world threats, makes it harder to protect systems and need sophisticated security strategies. So I think I have to speed a little bit. So there are threats against AI systems, and there are threats stemming from AI systems. So this is my categorization. First one is threats against AI system. The critical infrastructure in the NATO member states are mostly use legacy systems that are very old, but low-cost systems. So they tend to switch to AI systems, but there is a risk of it, because now there is a possibility of being too prone to cyber attacks. So threats by using AI, this is the important part of these presentations. There are four types of AI threats against real-world targets. First one is autonomous drones. So second one is AI-based cyber attacks. I mentioned it. Each day there are almost 2,000 cyber attacks in the world, and 40% of them are AI based actually. And the propaganda, this is why I started this research. They can create deepfake videos and generate political narratives by using AI. And lastly, large language models. which mimic human language to generate and translate text. So the most popular ones are OpenAI, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, China's DeepSeek, X, and started Grok, and there are many initiatives and startups. So they are being called large language models. They simulate the human language text, but they need prompts, they need comments to answer you. They don't act in the science fiction movies. So they do not process any data without taking command from humans. So the biggest threat in this, they are right now regulated, but the technology of AI is rapidly changing. And now, if you ask ChatGPT, for example, how to make an assassination weapon, it will not answer you. But in 10 years, I am sure that in the future, there will be unregulated large language models, and they will answer this question. So it will create a chance to uh, nation states, enemy nation states, non-state actors, and even local actors to reach that how to use manuals, and there will be a chance to exploit them. So, and there is a measure that we can actually prevent it from happening. And another point here is that NATO has no capacity to enforce any regulations. The only thing NATO can do to increase the cooperation between nation states and private sector and universities, like in the Diana program. But yeah, for example, if you follow the US politics, Ted Cruz gave an offer to declare 10 year AI moratorium in the Senate in under the scope of Big Beautiful Bill. So he offered to postpone regulation in AI for 10 years. To he tried to prevent the US states to get involved in the regulation of AI. He simply tried to get rid of regulation, but it was declined in the Senate. It just happened in this week. So I am finishing here, and I can say that my biggest fear, again, the unregulated large language models like private GPTs or machine learning systems that will allow radicals and the enemy units, they will allow them to engage in, terrorist activities, for example. So that's all. Thank you for listening to me.